Good morning, Harefield. Here's another thought for the day. Do you remember times when you were a child and you told something or told a story and somehow it sticks in your mind and you never seem to forget it? Well, a story came to me just recently, and I was told this when I was just a child I don't know if it was in Sunday school, or maybe I was going along to one of those CSSM beach missions, but this is the story anyway. So there was a guy who was walking round a lake, and just on a summer's day, and he was watching there were various people. There were some people fishing, some people swimming, some people boating, and they all seemed to be having a lovely time in the warm sunshine. And he got to a certain point round the lake, in the path round the lake, and he came upon a woman, and the woman was frantic, and she went over to this guy who was walking around the lake, and she said, "You've got to help me. My son's in trouble. He's in the water and he can't. He's been swimming, but he's in trouble, and I can't swim. I can't rescue him. Look, there he is. Look." So the chap looked, and sure enough, there was this boy in the water, and he was clearly in trouble. He couldn't seem to, whether he was caught in weeds or what it was, I don't know, but he was in trouble, and he was splashing around and getting nowhere. And she said, "Can you swim?" He said, "Yes." "Well, go and rescue him." And the chap just stood there. Meanwhile, the woman was getting more and more frantic. "Please go in and save my son." And the boy was splashing and clearly in trouble, and the chap just stood there. He took his shoes off, stood there, and the woman got more and more agitated, and she was pleading with the guy, "Please save my son, go in there." And eventually the son sort of stopped splashing around and sort of was still in very serious trouble, but he stopped splashing and things struggled, and he started to go under. At that moment, this guy dived in the water, swam strongly out to him, got hold of him, pulled him up and pulled him back, and swam back to the shore with the boy and gave him the artificial respiration and so on. And the boy was okay, a bit scared, a bit spluttery, a bit shivery. And the woman said, "Oh, thank you, but why didn't you go in right away when I asked you to?" And he said, "Well, if I'd done that, your son could have dragged me under, and I wouldn't have been able to save anybody, and we'd both have been lost. I had to wait until he stopped struggling." Now, is that a true story or not? I don't know, but it's a good story. And it's a story about us. When we come to God, we struggle, we run our lives the way we want to. We do things, we thrash around furiously until we come to a point where Jesus meets us and we stop struggling and we submit our lives to him. And then he can save us. Because if we're struggling against God, he can't save us. Now, most of us who are watching this are Christians. I know that. But even in our own lives, you know, the Graham Kendrick song from years ago, really one of his first sort of worship songs, "Let me have my way among you. Do not strive, for mine is the power and the glory, forever and ever I'm the same. Let me have my way." And then it goes, let me have my will among you, let me show my power among you. And it goes through several verses. Do not strive, though. And that's the point. Sometimes we try and organise God in our Christian lives, and really the best thing to do would be to, I used to hear this phrase as well, let go and let God. I can do all things in Christ who strengthens me. We need to submit to our Father and allow him to have his way among us. And I pray that as we go day by day, that we won't struggle and fight against God. Let's allow his will to reign in our hearts. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.